high-frequency trading, it's non-directional. It's 100% computer-generated by algorithms. It's a factor in every market we trade, and you can't compete with it. You cannot compete with this. There's no tool you can buy or software or internet connection or T3 line or co-located server that will enable you to compete with high-frequency trading. But it's important to understand it. If you understand it, you can get an edge because of it. It does produce patterns, and it does have characteristics. Now, this is a study, and I wrote the guy's name down, and you can Google this. Mr. Sethi here, Professor Sethi, Dr. Sethi, wrote this article. You can Google Rajiv Sethi high-frequency trading, and you'll come up with this article. You'll find it. But this is fascinating. It's a study of S&P mini trading in the month of August 2010. Now, this is a quote from him. This is not my quote. High-frequency traders are characterized by large volume, short holding periods, and limited overnight and intraday directional exposure. These firms dominate the market. Now, this was 2010. Dominate the market, accounting for 47% of total trading volume and appearing on one or both sides of almost 75% of traded contracts. And they do this with minimal directional exposure. The overnight inventory of the median high-frequency trading firm is precisely 0. This is chilling. Good news is it's chilling for the retail traders. I mean, it really is. It's a shame because they're getting fed to the lions, and the lions are eating them alive. These firms are extraordinarily profitable, but there's a pattern here. And you guys, what we do, or what we've been telling you to do, it just accentuates what we do, and that is you trade from the extremes. If you're not trading from the extremes, you're in the lion's den, and these guys are going to take your money. It's why the stuff about I laugh at, because you hear, I'll see advertised, we trade the S&P mini with 0.75 risk. I'm going, really? The high frequency trading firms want to thank you for that. You can't do it. It cannot be done. Now I want you to think about this going forward. Don't forget this, and think about this when you're reading this stuff that you get in your email box. Now, high-frequency trading is designed to exploit noise, but it's also designed to create it. It's an incredible business model, but it's not so incredible for us. It's not our business model. Now, it doesn't invalidate anything that we do. It does describe, the concepts of how auction markets form is not invalidated by any stretch of the imagination. But it does exploit, and it accentuates or enhances the concepts of a normal market, which is rotation and regression. So whenever this was invented, some 23-year-old rocket scientist from MIT looked at this and said, oh, there's a pattern here. I can generate an algorithm, and we can make a fortune. And they did, and they are. But you can't. The fortune is at your expense. In this same study, and I encourage you to go back and Google that article, the average S&P Mini retail trader loses something like $3 and something per contract. For every contract traded, he loses $3. And the high-frequency trading firms make something like $1.25 per contract. So everything that I'm telling you is valid in spite of, and sometimes because of, the mechanisms of high-frequency trading. And this is something else, guys. There is an increasing disconnect between strategies at work and what is being promoted to the retail trader. And the irony of this whole thing is that there's never, ever, ever been a better opportunity to derive an edge for the retail trader. So, and why is that? Well, it's transparency, it's access to all these markets, it's the ability to exercise one of the biggest edges you have as an off-floor trader, which is to sit there and let the market, let your trade setup come to you. It's the ability to trade different markets. If the S&P is in a mind-numbing three-handle range for 2 weeks, go trade the Australian dollar, the British pound, or the Canadian dollar. So you guys should be super excited about the opportunities that trading presents. But I'm not being facetious or flippant when I say this. I'm a little bit concerned about the retail trading business, because the industry is just blithely rolling along, and the retail trader has never had the lack of success that they have now. But the exchanges make their money from these high-frequency trading firms and the institutions. They're not making it from retail traders. So it's simply not, to put all this together, it's not possible to consistently derive an edge by solely analyzing each time frame and its corresponding vertical volume. It's this age-old attempt to turn everything into an indicator and to sell it, because it's magic and it's going to be the answer to you being able to trade successfully. So your vertical volume can be helpful if you're careful with it, but it can't be rote traded.